That's how long since we talked about this for the first...
56? How are you not sick of me, let alone the people that listen to this?
No, this is episode 60. I'm saying it's been 56 since... No, it's been 57 since we talked about this the first time. Hello and welcome to the ParkStop podcast. Wait, what?
I'm nervous. Hold on. I need a second.
Oh my God.
Okay, go.
Breathe. Just breathe. Hello and welcome to the ParkStop podcast, episode 60. My name is Alicia Stella, and with me as always is my co-host, Ian.
Hey kids, I'm not excited at all. Not even a little. This is going to be great.
Hey, we gave it a day. We slept on it.
We did.
Epic Universe got some stuff announced for the first time since 2019.
Epic Unit, never heard of it. I have no idea what that is.
Universal. For the rest of the episode, we should say it properly every time.
Every time, I won't remember that. I am
Universal,
too nervous. I'm
Epic
so
Universe.
excited. So excited. I'm going to forget stuff anyway.
Steven Spielberg is earning his consultant fee.
He came down and did 20 seconds in a video and looked around the park and was like, okay.
Hey, he did like a good amount of that video. He is Universal. He's the face of the company.
He's technically Amblin and they just have a contract, but yeah, sure.
Little housekeeping. I never used that term. I hate that term.
I can't believe we just went to the housekeeping term.
I hate that term. Never used it before. Before we start, the Theme Park Stop YouTube channel just reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. 2 hours ago. Like
insane.
I'm kind of floored.
It's well deserved. Everybody was sitting there watching it on Twitter. We're like, everybody this morning was staring at it.
I was refreshing, refresh.
So fun. Yeah.
I wrote a note in the podcast notes. Please don't unsubscribe when this podcast goes up. And whenever I post a podcast to the channel, anyone who's subscribed for the videos sees a podcast show up and go, oh, gross. And they just like unsubscribe immediately. So like I lose a few hundred people every time a podcast goes up. But like, please don't unsubscribe.
We talk about cool stuff, even though the news updates are shorter typically, but still.
I mean, there's stuff that doesn't get said in those videos that we, expand upon. We elaborate here.
It's because we go on tangents.
I saw someone post the roller coaster spins, like question mark. And I'm like, what? Been saying the word spinning in front of that roller coaster every single time. Lots of people asking who Victoria Frankenstein is too. But
oh yeah, that's been fun for the comments.
Anyway, on January 30th, 2024, an official announcement was made for Universal Epic Universe.
Yes.
There was a video presentation at 8 a.m. yesterday. Yes. There was a blog post, a press release, social media post. I noticed the app is now updated with it like red on the front page if you open the app. And there was an updated website with an interactive fly-through of Celestial Park.
It's really cool looking too. For CGI, it's really fun. I like it.
The first thing I noticed, like when I first woke up, there is an official shirt available at shop.universalorlando.com.
Cool.
So you can get a Epic Universe logo shirt. It says it's an online exclusive for right now. They have youth sizes and grown-up sizes. I think it was like $27 plus shipping.
Talk to me when it's got the lands on it.
Yeah, it's just a big old logo on the front on a black shirt.
I'm all set with that.
But this is the first piece of official merchandise that's not just for team members.
It's fine.
I'll buy a hat when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm thinking hat too.
So we have a lot to talk about. We're going to go through all of the official details and then our thoughts on it, look at the art, get sidetracked by pretty colors, talk about some fun rumors, get sidetracked by other pretty colors, and try to keep it under an hour.
Not happening, but okay, here we go.
I noticed
maximum effort. Sorry.
Did you read the official blog post?
I did.
Okay. I noticed one of the first things they talk about was transportation between the parks. Because that's the biggest question from our listeners. How do you get to Epic?
Bro.
And their answer was, instead of parking in the main parking garage and accessing the theme parks through Universal City Walk, you'll drive directly to where the new theme park is located. And yes, there will also be complimentary transportation connecting the entire Universal Orlando Resort destination.
Brooms.
Wait, it doesn't say buses, but I'm guessing complimentary transportation,
It's a really long speed ramp.
There is a rumor, by the way, that the moving walkway from the flat parking lot is back.
Oh, that would be nice.
It was originally designed to have, instead of a tram lane in the center like we thought, it was supposed to have like a covered moving walkway, just like the City Walk parking garages. So you park out in the parking lot, you walk to the center, and there's a moving walkway, a Jetsons moving walkway to take you to the park. I think that might be back on the table. I don't want to get people's hopes up, though, so I'll probably cut this out. Anyway.
I hope so. I hope it's back. I hope it's back. All right. What are we doing? I'm so excited.
We're going to talk about...
like a 2-year-old.
We're going to talk about it in the order they talked about it. And this announcement, while it is the first time we got new official concept art, and it is the first like big announcement in 4.5 years, it is mostly for Celestial Park, because they'll be spreading out these announcements over the next 7 months.
So it's an Epic Universe announcement, but mostly Celestial Park.
Right.
Okay.
It's a tribute to all of Epic Universe, but mostly the middle.
Mostly the pretty park.
Yes. I noticed they called it the Emerald Gate and the Chronos device at the entrance to Epic.
Is it Oz?
I guess so. It's Wicked is coming out later this year. I didn't talk about it in my video, which I made in one day, but the Chronos device, like this tower at the entrance over the portal, is a giant machine that uses the energy of the universe to power all of Celestial Park, allowing us to open the portals to other worlds.
What is the energy of the universe exactly?
I don't know, dark energy maybe? Well, that's only from the dark universe. Where's the drums? Where's the drums?
Yes, and we're off. Here we go.
It's been so long since I've hit the drums button. Forgot it's there. Oh, it's just like old times.
Oh man.
Anyway,
planets align. Yeah.
So was it Woodbury said that the planets align? Someone said the planets align on the over the entry portal. What's interesting is those Cronus towers that they sent out to influencers and vloggers and stuff.
Yeah.
They have like a little coin, a medallion for the Celestial Park, and then there's slots for more medallions as they make these announcements. And that's exactly like the real one. Just like the gates for Islands of Adventure has the logos for the different islands, this one will have medallions on it when you walk into the park, and it shows the different like portal medallions. The medallions that'll be over the entrance, the portals to each of the lands.
Did you see Stonecypher's post today? He has a lighthouse.
I know. I've never seen that before.
I never saw that before either, but it's the same concept. It looks like that's pretty cool.
That's like, it just took 25 years, but apparently they've been doing this all the time.
Oh yeah, Universal just recycling those good ideas, I guess.
It was in a crate.
Yeah, it wasn't a crate. That was cool.
It was like a crate.
That was crazy. It was really cool looking. So
yeah, this is a really neat concept. A rumored detail is that because there's like the planets, but there's also a sun and a moon at the top. And when it switches from day to night, they do like a ceremony and it swaps, like it rotates, because it's like a giant mobile up there. So like the nighttime mode switches on. We'll talk about it later, but they talk about how at nighttime Celestial Park comes alive with it's like the center of Epcot World Celebration. But it'll be neat if there's like a ceremony, like a flag ceremony at the end of the day, except it's for the moon phase. We got confirmations for all of the phrases on the portals for each of the lands.
I'm kind of happy that the Dark Universe got changed.
Yeah, we had a little contention about whether or not the Dark Universe one that we were talking about being rumored was good enough. What was it before?
I can't remember the quote.
The air itself is filled with monsters.
Yeah, and I was trying to remember if it was that or the beginning, because I think I was arguing for the first half. But yeah,
was give my creation ... life. And now it's alive. It's alive.
Perfect.
Which is great, because
perfect. No notes.
Now it's like Frankenstein version.
It's Frankenstein.
But we still like the other ones. The dragons is we, my friends, have dragons. Nintendo is here we go, and then Harry Potter is for in dreams we enter a world that is entirely our own. So all confirmed.
Harry Potter gets a paragraph. Yeah,
the other ones all started longer, I think, throughout the design process, and then they got shorter and shorter. Except for Nintendo. I think that's always been here we go. So now they're like trying to make the other ones short too, anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Worlds of Epic Universe.
Yes.
Officially confirmed.
Yes. Finally.
People in our fandom maybe take for granted the fact that we've been talking about this for 4.5 years. And other than Super Nintendo World, which was confirmed in a Comcast earnings call like 3 years ago, none of these lands were ever confirmed publicly.
Nope.
We've just been talking about it like it's totally normal. And 90 minutes, or it was actually an hour after the announcement in 2019, I tweeted out a thing. It says, the worlds of Universal's Epic Universe, which I called it Worlds back then. I deserve like props for that.
You do. You definitely do.
I called it Worlds on the day, an hour after the announcement, and I had them fairly correct. So I had Fantastic Beasts down. I'm still going to call that a win.
That's a win because they changed that. They obviously changed that.
Well, and the ride's always been British Ministry of Magic, but the land is literally definitely Paris. They said it. They said it in this announcement. It actually is Fantastic Beasts. So I'm counting that as a win.
That's definitely a win.
And they might have changed the name. Like instead of calling it, Place Cachet, they're calling it Ministry of Magic. When has a land ever been named after the ride, by the way?
I have no idea, but why are the land names getting longer now too? The ride names are long enough. Now the
Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's not that much longer than Diagon Alley.
The Wizarding Worlds of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. It's much longer than
Think
Diagon
about
Alley.
it though. Hogsmeade, 1 word. Diagon Alley, 2 words. Ministry of Magic, 3 words.
Yeah, but it's also the Wizarding World.
Well, it still has the same intro. So if they make a 4th land, it has to have 4 words. Prisoner of Azkaban land.
Prisoner of Azkaban escape. I don't know.
There you go. That's the name of the land.
Yep.
No, we're not
going in so we can try to run away.
There's no way this is an hour.
All right.
Anyway,
we're already doing tangents.
The world's... I was talking to some people and I don't think we talked about it a little bit, but there really is something for everyone here as far as demographics go.
Oh yeah.
Like for the 5 worlds, if you're counting Celestial Park, which we should.
We are.
Celestial Park is very much like for everyone. Nintendo maybe skews younger, but then has the nostalgia factor. So it's kind of great. How to Train Your Dragon also does the same thing, kind of. You know what? So does Potter. It's really just Dark Universe for the grown-ups.
Yes. I don't know. I think in general though, I think dragons might trend a little bit younger.
I mean, that show looks impressive. Everyone who's seen the Beijing
awesome.
show has said very good things about it.
It's so good. It's so good.
So Celestial Park, everyone who's listening to this knows all like everything. So we won't have to get too much into it. But I did like in the blog post, they talked about how it transforms at night. Like during the day, it's this beautiful, lush living garden with spectacular fountains. And at night, the entire area lights up and transforms into a completely different environment. It's breathtaking.
It looks beautiful already, to be honest. Like just from the concept stuff, it looks like it's going to be amazing.
And like from a story standpoint, it's supposed to be like timeless, futuristic, and that it's the center of an ever-evolving universe that throughout centuries, people, artists, musicians, explorers, adventurers, inventors have visited for inspiration and connection and maybe left a little piece of them behind.
That's weird. I'm going to walk around and see an ear. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, like a little piece of their design aesthetic.
Oh, gotcha.
In other words, it's
a little too literal. I got a little too literal.
Port of entry, but pretty, which I think I said 3 years ago. It really is port of entry, but
I think
pretty.
Port of entry is pretty.
Port of entry is supposed to look lived in and like
it's
mishmash
pretty though. I
and
like it.
like a pirate adventurer type feel. This one is more like a
park.
Everyone gets dressed up in top hats to ride the spaceship. Like this is a fancy version
it's a
of Jules Verne.
Yep, exactly. Good. We came to the same place on that. Good.
But there was a rule, supposedly in Universal Creative. There's no steampunk gears allowed. Absolutely no gears. This is not a steampunk vision of the future. This is an entirely original concept. So
it's steampunk without gears.
I like how they said there's 3 attractions in Celestial Park. And I thought for sure that the fountain was going to be the 3rd, and it was the splash pad.
I was going to say it's a splash pad. I think the fountain should count.
They didn't even mention the fountain by name.
I know.
I found Neptune got mentioned in the blog post. the first water feature. So it's interesting that I think our names for the water features that we've heard are true. They just haven't said them all yet.
Come on. Spill the rest of the tea, Universal.
So Constellation Carousel.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Looks beautiful in the virtual renderings.
Man, we had so many guesses on what that was going to be.
I think shout out to ParkStop Joe. He was the one who said it was like the sea glass carousel in New York.
Yeah.
Like that was years ago. And I think that's what it ended up. Like we got the patent last year and it does look like that. And now seeing it, it's like circles spinning within the big circle.
Yep. I completely forgot about that patent too when I was watching the video.
On Instagram, Universal Creative Official just posted the show programmer from Constellation Carousel, Thomas Stogert. He has a quote. It says, "It's the most complicated ride system yet. Each vehicle can move up and down and turn left and right independently of each other, allowing beautiful synchronized motion across the ride floor and delightful individual motion that gives every guest a unique ride experience."
Oh boy.
It's hard to tell because we're flying through, but like it goes up and down while also circling and moving individually.
It's controlled chaos is what it is.
It's a ballet. It's a space ballet.
We look like we're dancing. That was my next thing I was going to say. So yes, I agree.
And it's exciting that just 3-4 days ago, they were installing the ride system finally for the carousel.
So good. I want to ride that.
I think it's going to be my jam.
It's going to be everybody's jam when they're drunk enough.
Starfall Racers.
Hey.
Someone described it was it on the blog as like the style of a wooden coaster as smooth as a new coaster?
Yes.
I'm not sure if those two things mean the same thing.
I don't know either. I was confused by that.
It looks beautiful in the renderings though.
Is it going to sway? Is that what they're trying to say? The steel's just going to...
It just got funny supports. That's what it means.
Oh man. It looks awesome.
So we're going to ride on a comet.
Is it like almost 2 miles, right? The track?
Well, it's 5,000 feet each.
I'm not doing that math. This is not math class. This is Epic Universe time.
That's miles to feet.
Are you actually Googling that right now?
5,280 feet. It's a mile each track. See, that's what I thought. So when they say 2 miles of track, what they really mean is a mile each.
Yeah. I'm just saying total was a mile. Okay. I think it was 1.8 miles is what I read total track.
They confirmed the name Celestial Spin for that weird barrel roll around each other.
Yeah.
It's 133 feet at its highest point, 62 miles per hour max speed. I like that they gave us some like stats because coaster people want to know the stats.
Coaster people always want to know the stats, and I kind of want to know the speed because I want to go fast.
I think we were predicting it. I think Austin over at Amusement Insider was predicting around 61, so he was pretty spot on.
Yeah, he was.
And I think Tommy was predicting up to 140 feet total, so he was 7 feet off. And he said up to, so he was pretty spot on too.
That's pretty good. Yay for knowing cool and smart people.
Someone said that the track won't be lit, so it'll look like because there's tons of lights on the coaster trains, so it looks like they're comets shooting through the sky at night. If you look at the concept art, it does look like they're trying to embellish the trail.
I hope so.
Okay,
do the cool part.
Easter egg.
Yes, do the cool part.
Yeah, we talked about this at lunch earlier.
Yes, we did.
Easter egg. This is from the blog post. It says, "Although I can't give this Easter egg away just yet, just know that there's a gift for true Universal fans on the back of each coaster vehicle. Truly out of time."
Yes.
So everyone has been wishing for a Back to the Future roller coaster. Congratulations, you technically just got it.
Yep.
And I think
what's going to be on the back?
Some people have guessed. I think that they are correct. It is a flux capacitor on the back of each train that will light up along with all the light up lights on the trains.
Good. That's so cool.
We had heard years ago that there was some small IP tie-in to this ride. Yep. And it made me fearful because this is also around the time we were talking about rumored Fast and Furious drifting coaster in Hollywood, which ended up to be true. And I'm like, oh no, is this going to become a Fast and Furious coaster? But
thankfully, no.
True to the word, the rumor of it being lightly tied to an IP is correct. This is it's just really a tiny Easter egg.
It is, but it is awesome. And as a Back to the Future and Universal fan, I applaud them for doing it.
You just know every theme park fan ever is going to be in line and lean over to the person next to them and go, "Did you see that? It's a flux capacitor on the back."
It's going to be so good too. It's going to be like, do you know what the red, yellow, and red tubes are for?
It's what makes time travel possible. So, Astronomica, which is a word I can say now.
Yay! We don't have to not say it.
Astronomica splash pad. They said it's designed as the park's compass rose. I thought that was kind of cute.
That is very cute. That is very, very cute.
Like Celestial Park is a giant map, and this is the rose in the center.
A map to the stars. I'm sorry.
It's very Islands of Adventure-y.
It looks cool.
The blog post said, make sure to stop by at night because Astronomica comes alive with light, color, and music.
I'm sorry. I just keep thinking Necronomicon. I can't help it.
Why did they not mention the fountain?
I don't know, but that's a little upsetting because the fountain is definitely there. We can see it.
Do you think they're saving it for the Helios Grand Hotel reveal?
I was going to say it's got to be. Maybe they're considering it part of the hotel.
Or they're saving it for a nighttime show in general because they also didn't mention any nighttime show or fireworks even.
Maybe.
So maybe they're saving it for that.
It seems like that could be a hotel and a nighttime event thing announced together, though. Like, so they have more than just a hotel.
Oh, that would sell reservations if they're like, and you'll get access to the viewing area for the blah, blah, blah show featuring the Oculus.
Just stay out of my rooftop bar. That's all I'm saying. That's mine.
So they didn't mention the name the Oculus. So I'm going to have to continue to say rumored to be named the Oculus every single video from until they do.
Please do already.
The Orlando Sentinel, I believe, said that the fountains will reach up to 135 feet in the air.
That's awesome.
I don't know how true that is. I don't even know if that came from the Sentinel. I copied it from a forum post. So my apologies if it's fake or not from the Sentinel.
I hope it's true. That's awesome.
We only do quality research around here.
I don't do any research around. Sorry.
They mentioned dining.
Yes, the restaurants look cool.
I noticed the blog post only talked about the 2 full-service restaurants, but the press release did talk about 2 other quick-service locations, at least.
They're like, yeah, you are not going to bring lots of money, so let's get with the fancy spots.
So
this first one looks beautiful, though, I will admit. It looks really cool.
Atlantic, I don't know why it didn't occur to us, but we're eating inside of a fishbowl. It's an aquarium. That's why the walls are glass and there's fish on the ceiling. We're in an aquarium.
It's really weird.
Yeah, but it said surrounded by the shimmering waters of Neptune's pool with the floor to ceiling Victorian glass walls.
So do you just grab the fish you want to eat from above you on the ceiling? Can you cook this one?
The fishies on the ceiling have reflective scales. So they're like disco ball fish.
It's like the Big Bang Theory, the glow in the dark fish.
Yes, it's to create the illusion of a water wave with the lighting. We're all going to be blinded by fish reflections.
Blinded by the fish.
Blinded by
exactly.
The Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant, which I've been looking for that trademark forever because everything else has been trademarked. I guess Atlantic wasn't trademarked, was it?
I don't know.
It's too common a noun. It's only one word. But the Blue Dragon never showed up. And it appears like the restaurant's name is like not the Blue Dragon. It's actually the Blue Dragon Pan Asian Restaurant. Like you have to say all of it together.
Oh, long names.
But now we know because we were calling it, when it was originally rumored to be called Yin Yang, we were calling it a Chinese restaurant. But it is not. It is Chinese, Japanese, and Thai food. Which
is perfect because we like Thai food.
I like all of those things.
I do too, but we always get Thai food.
I'm going to have to order all 3.
We can do a mix and match on the table too.
And as we talked about the rumors of the floating lanterns and the inside to look like cool. Outside, there is a piece of concept art that looks like that. So we can, that rumor is true.
The lanterns look so cool too. I like that.
It's weird how many things were confirmed, but also weren't confirmed.
Yeah. It's odd how they chose to do certain things.
Well, they didn't talk about the Oak and Star Tavern in the blog post, but I found it in the press release where guests can enjoy savory barbecue. That's all they said.
Charmander's Grill.
I miss Charmander. I barely can remember what it was originally named. Elysian Barbecue.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because all I can remember is Charmander's Big Fire Grill.
People like that name too. That's funny.
And then they did mention really Pizza Moon on the press release.
Nene's apparently going to live in there.
I mean, I might. It seems right up my alley.
I don't know. It's Florida pizza. It's kind of iffy.
It's no Pizza Rizzo.
I know.
But yeah, no longer named Moon Pie as it was initially rumored. It is now definitely Pizza Moon, as we suspected in the last year. They mentioned shopping. They talked about how there's lots of shopping, and I'm like, no, y'all cut all the shopping. There's not that much.
Yeah, we remember seeing more buildings.
Well, there was the Potter one got cut. The Fantastic Things and Where to Buy Them got cut.
Such a good name. They should have kept that name.
But they kept Nintendo Superstar Store is the name of the store.
That's the one that's just outside the land, right?
Yeah. I saw some people when this announcement came out, they're like, why would the Nintendo store be outside the land? And I'm like, because the land gonna be full and you can't get in.
Yep.
And then this way you could still buy stuff. But it also goes with my theory that the lands will close sooner than the hub. And if the lands close, they still want you to be able to buy stuff. So everyone walking over to the portal and it says, sorry, portal's closed. You could buy stuff next door, though.
Park's closed. Moose out front should have told you so. Sorry.
Portal's closed. The Yoshi out front. Why?
Because this is why we are friends. That is why.
The art for this looks beautiful, though, with the statues out front and that fountain. The fountain that we saw started to be constructed a few months ago. The pipes out front, like it's in the art, so I guess it's real.
Oh, so excited!
But they did mention one other retail location, Moonship.
Moonship.
Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets. That's located near the front of the park on the left side. And it is like the candy store, the sweet shop for the park. I have a fun rumor.
Uh-huh.
They may have created a character just for Moonship, which is a teddy bear named Captain Cacao.
Oh, I hope so. I need it. Nene needs it too. I need it.
I'm thinking, like, I'm getting Toothsome vibes. I think there's like a main character that I'm unaware of, and this is her teddy bear, and she's like he's the captain for the Moonship. Get it?
A little Toy Story action.
It's a little. He better be made of chocolate. That's all I'm saying. And he better be a walk around character.
He needs to be a walk around character.
We need a chocolate bear walk around character dressed as a captain in front of a Moonship.
Nene screaming in my ear right now about this.
Anyway, that's mostly everything they talked about for Celestial Park. And also they mentioned briefly that Universal Helios Grand Hotel is at the back of Celestial Park. That's the first time they've said the name officially, but reservations are not open yet. They confirmed 500 rooms and that it has a dedicated and exclusive entrance into Celestial Park. It's a very interesting way of saying you can't park here and go into the park. Like they will be checking to make sure you have a room key to get into the park. So I'm very curious if that means no access to the rooftop bar from the park.
That'd be weird.
So if you want the rooftop bar, you have to park at the hotel, go up to it, and not come from the park.
They'd be able to know anyway, right? Like if they do the facial scan stuff, you'd be able to tell who has a ticket and who doesn't, right? So
that's true. I forget about faces.
Faces in disguise.
I think the Helios reservations will open by early summer.
I hope so. That'd be cool.
I think they're a little behind according to the timeline and permits. So they might have been open by now if they were like they just might be unsure if it's going to be ready. So
we might want to make sure it's all right before they do it, and just so maybe they want more time just to go through it.
Yeah, I mean, they took the summer off of summer 2025 for the whole announcement, so things might be in flux. You never know.
So, what do you think about this area? Since we got the most information for this.
Okay. I have a feeling.
Lay it on me. Let's go.
That for the first year to 6 years, Super Nintendo World's going to have virtual line to get into the land itself.
Okay.
Because it's going to be so busy. And that if you don't get there, like at the beginning of the day, you might have to wait hours to get in. And if I can't get to my Toadstool Cafe, like even in Hollywood right now, Toadstool Cafe has like a wait list and you have to make a dining reservation for quick service. Jeez. To the point where they had to open a new Nintendo-based restaurant on the upper lot just to try to offset the amount of money they're making. Like they're making too much money that they don't have enough room for Toadstools to make all this food. So they had to make a second restaurant. Anyway, since that's my jam and I'm not going to be able to always get in there, maybe I was going to say moon pie. Maybe Pizza Moon could be my jam. And like
Maybe.
sitting outside and watching Constellation Carousel and just listening to the music.
Whatever. You're gonna go dance with Caps and Cacao. We all know.
Well, those are all on the left, like front side of the park, so I can do all those things in one day and enjoy like getting a hug with the chocolate teddy bear, and then getting a ride on Constellation Carousel, and then grabbing a slice over at the Pizza Moon, and then maybe get a dessert over at Frosty Moon, and that's all on my walk to Dark Universe.
Yeah, I'll be in Dark Universe waiting while you do all that stuff.
I mean, I might travel to the right side of the park after they open those new dining locations, phase 2, that they're still working on. So, but until then, I'm all about the left side.
To the left. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks cool. I'm really excited. It actually really does look beautiful. I like the water features and stuff too. I want to go on the carousel and the roller coaster, but the carousel.
I mean, I'm stressing about when annual passes will actually be allowed to be purchased or upgraded for this park. Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe they won't be available for the first couple weeks, but then realistically, I'm like, maybe it'll be a few months, maybe it'll be a year, and then I get like terrified of the thought, and I'm like, okay, there's too much uncertainty. I can't think about it. I'm just gonna move on.
I've just defaulted to a year, and then I can be pleasantly surprised if it's sooner.
Anyway, briefly. We're going to talk about all of the worlds because they were technically announced for the first time. And we got some concept art for the portals at least.
Yes.
And some small phrases about each of the worlds. And then we have some rumors and thoughts to share. But first, Super Nintendo World.
Mm-hmm. Which we all know it's kind of already exists.
I know. I'm making that video yesterday, and I'm like reading through this fast because I know we already know all this. I'm like, Super Nintendo World, where guests will enter the iconic green pipe and discover a new way to play as they step into the worlds of beloved characters like Mario, Luigi's, Princess Peach, and Donkey Kong.
Yep, it's already out there.
Even my notes just says the portal is pretty.
It is. It looks really nice.
Oh yeah, I want to pull up the pictures so we can actually analyze some of this stuff. Really nice too.
Oh yeah.
All right, let me look at the Nintendo one. I mean,
Nintendo.
It was rumored that there was like power-ups above different color pipes, and that is what it looks like. I like how they hid the sticks that they're on with like those swirly net things around them.
Yeah, kind of like it looks magical with the lights wrapped around them and stuff. Looks nice.
If I zoom, first of all, I thought they were orbs above the portals, but they appear to be the medallions from the Kronos Tower. But this one, do the other ones have it? This one has like art on it etched into the front plate.
I don't know. The whole thing is etched on there.
Like It doesn't just say, here we go. It has Diddy Kong, Bowser Jr., Yoshi, Luigi, Toad, Peach.
Yep. I see them all.
Bowser and Donkey Kong. Then Mario's at the top.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, that's all the characters pretty much that are in here, right?
Yeah, but like, none of the other images, well, they have etchings, but they're not.
Let me look at the important one.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go to that one.
Of course.
Okay, that one looks like an orb.
Yeah, that looks like an orb. It's not really etchings, but there is kind of like a design to it.
Well, like if you look at the orb on top of the dragons one, it's like toothless as a silhouette.
Oh, that's cool.
And then if you go to, because like Mario is just straight up full color Mario. What is the one for Potter? Is that a time turner? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a time turner.
I haven't done
It's either that or a peanut.
Let me look. It could be a peanut. It could be. You never know. I think it's weird that the Potter one is like the most plain looking.
Yeah, it's time turner. That makes sense for two reasons. But we'll get into that when we get to it. What do you think of these like LED screens to be the transition effect?
I like that. I think it's cool. The Potter one seems to have a little carving or some kind of ornate stuff on it.
Well, yeah, they have designs, but like not on full-on characters. Like Nintendo is very welcome to Nintendo. Here is Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
That's probably from the IP, the holders, though. They're like, no, you want to know you're walking into Nintendo.
In case you couldn't tell, we want to make sure that you know that this is Nintendo.
Okay, so wait, Potter's next anyway on my list, so let's just jump to Potter.
Okay.
The official description is, where guests will discover. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to say the full name. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic.
Yep.
Where guests will discover a different era of the Wizarding World in an all-new land that blends 1920s Wizarding Paris from Warner Brothers Pictures' Fantastic Beasts films with the iconic British Ministry of Magic from the Harry Potter series. You know, the Ministry of Magic is actually in the Fantastic Beasts films too.
Yes, it is.
But I think that they're trying to explicitly say, it's the 90s, yo. Like, we're going to start in the 20s, but you also go to the 90s. I saw one description. It might have been an image caption that specifically says 1920s Wizarding Paris and 1990s British Ministry. But that explains the time turner on the front. But also, there's a time turner probably on the ride.
There's
spoiler alert.
There's like carvings on the inside of this before, like more so than the rest of them.
Yeah.
There's like looks like a person or something.
Oh, I see gears.
Yeah, there's gears and it looks like a person or something with wings or something.
Those gears are rumored on the ride. Interesting. It's a little, because you're going through. It's like who directed the movie with the time turner? Because I got it wrong last time.
I don't remember.
Was it Cuarón?
That's what I always want to think. It's Cuarón, but I'm probably wrong.
Remember, like, we go through the clock?
Yeah.
I think that's what they're going for. The motif of going through the clock.
Wasn't the rule no gears?
The rule is no gears. This is not Celestial Park. This is the Wizarding World portal. It's separate.
Kind of still in Celestial Park.
I mean, it's permitted as Celestial Park, but let's not get into the technicals here. My notes are, I can't believe it's real.
I know. I can't believe it's real.
I can't believe there's a land based on Wizarding Paris from a movie that no one remembers and a ride that is going to be impressive. I mean, they even said in the video, like, it's so impressive we can't even tell you about it.
Just needs a bakery. That's what it really needs.
Oh, yeah. Well, there is a patisserie, but it is not
I know
the bakery you want.
That's a missed opportunity. That's the bakery you want more than I do.
Yeah, I want the patisserie. I want some baguettes. And just some quick rumors. Dolores Umbridge is definitely the main villain, bad guy character on the ride. On the ride. And then Imelda Staunton. I don't know.
Oh, Imelda?
Is that how you say her name?
Yeah.
The actress who played Dolores Umbridge definitely has returned for this attraction.
That's awesome. That's awesome. She came back.
And as you may see in the franchise art in a press kit, you can see they do have the trio of kids from the Harry Potter series in the art for this land. They will appear on the ride. I doubt the actors portrayed them. It's probably CG recreations of them, which is kind of weird. Like, it's weird to be an adult and no longer affiliated with a franchise and just having your likeness recreated for rides.
It is very weird. But we discussed that before, right? We talked about this on
we
Patreon?
Talked about this on a premium podcast, which I'll be linking in the show notes for this podcast. But if you want full spoilers and rumors for the Ministry of Magic battle at the Ministry of Magic ride, go check out our Dark Ride Rumors episode of ParkStop Premium Podcast.
It's totally worth it.
It's as little as $1 a month, and you get episodes like that. We'll probably be doing. I was going to ask the audience. It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm going to ask the audience. But like, would you all be interested in a few podcast episodes where we dive deep into all of the rumors for each of the lands before they announce the full details? Or would you like us to wait?
The answer is yes, but okay. I'll wait and see what everybody says.
Well, like, mainly for things like that. Because like right now it's on Patreon, but we can talk about the ride and some of the other stuff for the land. We're still trying to figure out anything about the show. The Fantastic Beasts show is still a mystery.
Yeah, we've been guessing for a while. Like, we had ideas on the circus for a little bit, right?
It is. They showed in the video. They showed the circus, and they trademarked the.
Yeah, that's right. I remember talking about it. That's all I remember.
The Cirque Arcanus, whatever.
Arcanus.
That's definitely what the show is. I've heard Newt is going to be a part of the show. And they put Newt Scamander in the video. So, like,
interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. We've
talked about so much stuff. I forget things.
The other land, there's two more. How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
Yep.
Confirmed title for that land. Berk.
Stoked.
We, my friends, have dragons.
Yes. I like dragons.
All the art has dragon. Like zoom into the mountain behind.
I know.
Do you see that above the meat hall? What is that? Those are flying dragons.
Lots of dragons. There's a dragon on the medallion with its wings open.
If you zoom all the way in, you can see they're the different characters. Like they're the actual dragon characters.
That's pretty cool.
There's like, yeah. So hopefully they do flying drones. That would be so cool.
People keep promising us drones and cool stuff, and then it never happens. Just saying.
You think there'll be drones in the Lagoon show this summer?
I would really like that to happen. Pretty please. Universal, pretty please.
I feel like the description for the How to Train Your Dragon land is writing checks that the land can't cash, as beautiful as it is. And in the recent construction photos from BioReconstruct, it is amazing.
It is incredibly awesome looking.
But the way they describe the land, where guests can soar with dragons in a colorful world filled with Viking adventures based on the wildly popular franchise. When you say you can soar with dragons, I assume it's Flight of Passage. I do not assume it's a roller coaster.
I mean, there's also the thing where you ride a dragon, right? Where you're training.
I guess.
And there's dragons on the end of that too. So you're technically
you're soaring with them, yeah. There's only one dragon powering it and you're on a fake ride. Okay. I think people are going to be bummed there's no simulator. And that's going to be the first time ever that people are like, Universal, not a screen ride? Really?
What happened to my screens?
Where's the screen ride, Universal? And I think I said in my video, last but not least, Dark Universe.
Oh, my favorite. So many evil roots in stone.
It's alive. Alive.
Sorry. It's cool because this one even has a little bit of looks like a stone wall in the front of this one.
If you look to the left, on this one, you can see the exit gate. Yeah. And it definitely looks like a cemetery.
It totally does.
And we saw in the recent bio photos, there is what appear to be gravestones arriving. Yes. And there is like a tomb. There is like a mausoleum right there when you enter. So it definitely feels like, and I guess that's like the opening scene to Frankenstein, being in a graveyard. So it really sets the tone.
It's awesome. This entry portal looks so cool. There's so much going on.
And there was an image for the manor. There was a CG image for the manor. It was like none of the other lands got something where we actually got to see inside besides Celestial Park. So at least we got that too. There's
also just the actual pictures from bio that we get to see.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But it looks all creepy and there's lightning, so it's fun.
It's really cool looking. I am so excited for this land.
The description for this one says that guests encounter everything from the experiments of Dr. Victoria Frankenstein to the shadowy landscape where monsters roam in a world of myth and mystery.
So awesome. So in.
I'm reminded of my video from last year where I did the Everything We Know About series. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is a land where monsters are real. And so it's funny to me. Like, this is the land where monsters roam. A lot of people left comments on my video. They're like, excuse me, Victoria?
Yeah, I think people are just not thinking about story. They're just kind of jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, and I think it's partly because we really only talked about it on that Patreon episode about the dark rides. We didn't really get into it. I think Screamscape was the first to ever say the rumor that the story would be... Well, we've been talking... Actually, they weren't the first to say it, because on the forum, someone said that the granddaughter of Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, is the curator of the manor now. And then it was Screamscape who said Victoria was her name. Which was so on the nose, I wasn't even sure if it's true or not.
Yeah, I know. It seems like a little too fake.
But it is what they went with, and she is the great-granddaughter of the original Dr. Frankenstein, and she is not restarting his research. She's got her own plan. Someone on Twitter was saying, why would Dr. Frankenstein be a woman? A woman would never create this. And I was like, no. Dr. Victoria Frankenstein does not want to make monsters. It's that old saying from Pee Wee Herman. But it's like, why don't you make me? It's like, I don't make monkeys. I just train them. That's what Dr. Victoria Frankenstein is doing.
She's going to train them with the help of Frankenstein's monster.
Yes, because he is the easiest to train. And he's a good guy now.
And Igor.
And that's
I
just
think
a
it's
rumor.
wait.
That's just a
Frankenstein's
rumor.
monster is not necessarily a bad guy, just to be clear.
No, he's just misunderstood.
He is.
I mean, so is Dr. Frankenstein.
Sort of, but he did kind of resurrect somebody with random body parts, so I'm not sure if that's
I mean,
really a
how would
good
you do
guy.
it? You're on a budget here.
I mean, you could just get a whole body. You don't have to like start clipping pieces.
Says you.
Hey, whatever. So let me ask you, what do you think of the character designs?
Oh, okay. So
We're gonna get into
Frankenstein, I
this.
really like, and I think that was the one I was most nervous about
Yep,
because, like I
it's
want to
easy to
like,
mess with him.
I want to like Frankie. He's important to me, and I like it's modern and gritty, but also he still seems like a cool dude. They also showed Wolfman, who looked perfect.
He stole my beard.
It's just he just.
Tell me that's not my beard.
There can be multiple Wolfmans.
I'm just saying that's my beard.
And Victoria Frankenstein, although she looks like an over CG version of the character, but like I think that the whole ordeal and like the lab coat and it's almost like a gothic lab coat is like I'm good with that. It's a emo Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. I was a little iffy on Dracula. Dracula came on screen and I kind of like jumped back and I'm like, hold on now. We got hipster Dracula here.
Dude definitely listens to the Smiths. Telling you. And the Cure as well.
I've been sucking blood before it was cool. Like he swooshes his hair to the side and is like, my parents don't understand me. It's growing on me though, because I think this is supposed to be modern.
Yeah, so people were complaining. I've heard complaints about capes, and that coat is a long coat.
Oh, well, okay. So he's in like a Matrix coat?
No, because it looks like in the one picture they cut him off. But if you look at the picture of the trio, you can see that it continues past his waist. So it is a long coat. It just looks a little weird.
I think the designs look good. We still have not seen, and there was another worry that Phantom of the Opera, Hunchback, The Mummy, and Creature from the Black Lagoon will also be on this ride, according to rumors. They just didn't show it to us because these are the main characters for the ride. Like Frankenstein's monster is the good guy, and Dracula's the bad guy, and Dr. Victoria Frankenstein is kind of like the host, like the main character for the attraction. So like these are the main characters, the way that like the kids might be the main characters of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
It's great.
But Hagrid's still there and Dumbledore's still there.
Look, I got Wolfman, so I'm good. But I will say this, the funniest explanation I saw online for Drac was somebody said Drac looked like when he was a young boy, his father took him down to see the marching band.
Because of the jacket?
Yes.
Oh.
Because Welcome to the Black Parade.
I think when we see him flying, because we will see him flying, but when we see him flying around with like his long coattails, it'll fit better. It's only because we can just see the top and it looks like he's in like a wedding vest and he took off his jacket. Like,
I mean, those are some crazy trap/shoulder pads he's got going on. But
oh my god, I'm not looking at it right now, so maybe it's.
I'm not looking at it right now. I just looked at it a lot.
All right, hold on, let me pull up this.
I swear, if you look at the trio picture, you can tell it goes past his waist.
Oh yeah, he's just like full on 1980s Michael Jackson over here.
Mm-hmm.
Monster looks great though.
They look great. Wolfman looks awesome. I like that he kind of still looks like Romani, like he's got a vest and stuff, and like it looks like he's tied a little bit more to that land. Not that he is Romani, but he looks a little more tied to that kind of look.
I guess they showed the Wolfman because he's got his roller coaster. So that makes sense too. But they showed clips from like Creature from the Black Lagoon, which some people said, does this mean we're getting his ride? And it's like, I don't know, maybe we're getting that expansion, but he'll be on the main ride too.
Give me the Gilman boat ride, please.
Did you see Curse of the Werewolf coaster testing just posted just now?
Oh wait, there's new?
Yeah, Peaceful Thrill Seeker on
TikTok?
I definitely on Twitter. Let me just go to my Twitter page. I retweeted.
I'm gonna go to my TikTok and see if he's in there. Oh, it's on there. It's on TikTok.
It's the full circuit. 55 seconds, baby.
Oh, I'm so excited. This has made my evening.
It definitely is a swing launch going through the barn structure in the center. It goes through and it slowly creeps up and then it goes back. And there will be, according to rumors, 2 werewolf figures in there with some kind of projection effects.
It's going to be Yeti, Disco Werewolf.
Instead of Disco Werewolf, I'm thinking more like turn on projection, makes it look alive, give it some like expressions with some projection mapping.
Turn on projection makes it look live.
And then turn off projection when you swing back and he's in a different spot, project on the different one. So instead of like flashing lights, it's more like light on, light off.
Wax on, wax off. What? Oh, this coaster looks fun.
And it's definitely free spinning. Like it starts free spinning immediately when it starts and it stops when it gets to the final brake run. There's just no people in it, so it's not very spinny right now.
Yet.
Seek the Peaceful Thrill Seeker on social media and YouTube. You will not be disappointed.
They have awesome flyovers with the drone stuff too. Great. It's great.
It kind of creeps me out how drones can just stand in one spot.
I know.
We live in the future.
In the comments, I'm curious what you guys think about the monsters. Be nice.
Yeah, what do you think about their appearance? But also, yeah, be nice. I think because we talked about it on that premium show, like I'm a little more lenient because it is its own story, separate from the films. It's its own lore. It kind of like acts like it's 100 years later, essentially.
Well, to be fair, too, they don't have the rights to all the original monsters, like the actors and stuff. And they also have been, if anybody's been to HHN, they've never looked like the originals. Like they don't look like that anymore. They haven't in a long time.
That first one with all the monsters that had Dracula's like mouth looked like Fright Night from 1980s movie.
Yeah.
That was not good. I did not like that one. This is way better than, I would much rather emo Dracula from the 1980s than Fright Night Dracula from the 1980s.
Yeah, those Dracula.
He was all teeth.
No, thank you.
At least this one's got normal Dracula teeth.
This is a better looking werewolf than some of the werewolves I've seen too.
All right, so those are just our thoughts on what we got from this week's reveal.
So excited.
I had written down we were going to talk about what we got right or what we got wrong when we talked about this on August 1st, 2019. But really, I just wanted to say congratulations on guessing the rooftop bar at Helios and the windmill at Monsters.
I got two things right for once.
Because we thought it was Dracula's castle back then, based on older versions of the rumor.
And I still guessed a windmill like an idiot.
And you still guessed the windmill and you were right. Did you notice that the connection for the windmill blades is attached now?
Yep. Oh, I saw. Don't worry. I've been watching that go up. I like the way they're doing the underground portion for the pub. We're going to call it
the pub. Okay. We still don't know the official name for the other restaurant. What was it? Das Steakhouse, we think it is.
Yeah, Das Steakhouse.
Still don't know if that's true or not. There's still a lot of mysteries for each of the lands to be solved, and I cannot wait for concept art for the other lands to be seen.
We have come so far, and there's still so much to talk about and see come to fruition, and I am so excited that we're actually at this point.
I don't think we'll get an announcement in February for Epic Universe. I think they have other things they want to announce. I hope they announce the parade. Oh my God. What is the trademark for the parade?
Oh, I don't know. That's your department.
We've never talked about that on the podcast.
Should we talk about a parade real quick? Because you can tell me and everybody else can learn with me.
Real quick. Hold on. I don't want to get the name wrong.
We're going to learn together now, kids.
Hang on. The parade, there's a trademark for Universal Mega Movie Parade. It will be starting this summer, according to travel agents who, as well as the Lagoon Show. So hopefully they're still on time and target for that. Because it's Mega Movie Parade, this isn't like the Superstar Parade where it's mostly geared toward children. No offense, children, but it's our turn. We got Back to the Future, E.T., Jaws, and Ghostbusters rumored for this parade.
Oh, give me that. I want that. I don't even like parades, but I want to watch that.
You might have seen a news story recently where someone's collectible car got purchased to be turned into the Ecto-1 for Universal Orlando attraction. This attraction is the parade. That is where I believe we will see this Ecto-1 that they're creating now. The Lagoon Show, I don't have any details on, but I hope it has drones. And even if it doesn't, that Lagoon platform is massive.
It is massive.
2/3 bigger than the last one.
We've been watching that thing come in and out of the water forever, it feels like.
Yeah, well, I think they're spreading out. They're Disneying their construction timeline right now, trying to save some money. So we might see an announcement for that. Speaking of spreading out construction, I think the DreamWorks land has been slowed down. I don't want to say delayed because they never said when they were going to open it, but Instead of spring this year, I think it's going to open in this late summer.
That's cool though, but you can see you can see stuff coming together. It looks awesome so far. Even just standing outside of the wall there, you can see quite a bit.
I mean, maybe they'll open it in phases because Shrek Swamp looks way more done than the Kung Fu Panda temple they haven't even started on yet.
It does. The roller coaster looks really colorful already though.
So I don't think we'll get Epic Universe announcements next month or this month by the time this comes out. So the February, excited. I don't think we'll get more Epic Universe announcements, but maybe those projects for studios will get announced or details or concept art for DreamWorks or something. Mm-hmm. But come Mario Day, maybe that's a good day to announce the next world for Epic Universe.
Same thing.
Because Super Nintendo World's a good one to announce next because it is like what we already know. And it'll ease us into the monthly announcements because there is going to be monthly announcements until through the summer when the preview center probably opens, and that'll be pretty cool.
It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for the preview center. I want to, even though it's not going to be me walking like at eye level, so I can pretend like I'm there, but it's still going to be cool.
They better have that model. That model looked amazing.
That model looks great, even though it's missing buildings that we can clearly see are being built. But still.
Well, they haven't. It's funny that model matches exactly what's going on right now for the food court replacement because it is cleared land in real life and it is cleared land in the model.
That's true.
So once they start building, if you notice in the CG render, you can see that building as it's going to be built. Like the updated version with the 2 restaurants in it. It's visual. It's visual. It's visible. It's visible. In the render, never mind, the fly through. Anyway, thanks everyone for listening. Wait, what?
Wait, I have homework for all of you.
Oh no.
I want you to organize the 5 lands and the one you're looking forward to the most to the least. Worlds. I want to know which world you want. Just order them top in order.
Oh
5.
My God. Wait, no, this is anticipation order.
Yes,
right?
Anticipation. What are you looking forward the most to the worst? Okay. I want to know which restaurant out of those the 2 sit downs that you're most interested in. And I want to know.
Forget the sit downs. It's Pizza Moon.
Okay. Any of the restaurants, any of the 4 we talked about, and which of the 3 rides or attractions you're looking forward to in Celestial Park.
For homework. Me, it's Astronomica, obviously.
I know. You want to go play in the water. I know.
I would never do that.
Yeah, I know. But you're still going to say it.
I'll see it from the Constellation Carousel.
You're just going to stand there and watch the water. That's what's going to happen. It has
it in my name. Constellation.
I know. Your name is all over this park. They should just rename hotels already.
Oh. Anyway.
That's your homework.
Check out patreon.com/themeparkstop. You know what we didn't mention? You mentioned Nene a few times. We didn't mention our new podcast.
Oh yeah,
Park Talk with.
You should go listen to that.
Alicia and Nene. If you're on the YouTube version right now and you're going, what? There is a separate podcast. It's available in the audio feed for the ParkStop podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can search YouTube for ParkStop Park Talk.
Say that 10 times fast.
I can't say it once.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And Nene is awesome. I love Alicia, obviously. I adore Nene as well. Like, they're fun to talk. I just sit and like, it's like being entertained. I just sit and watch these 2.
He lives over in Los Angeles, so it's a great way for us to talk about the parks over there, but also I'll talk about things that we're not talking about on this show over here. So the first episode, we talked about Disney news for Walt Disney World and for Disneyland Resort. I'll link it down in the show notes if you're on the YouTube, and you can go check out the Park Talk podcast with Alicia and Nene. But thanks for listening through all the way to the end on this one. And thanks for 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Thank you, everybody. Why? I'm waving in real life. Why am I waving at you? You can't even see me.
It's been a long couple days.
It has been a crazy couple days, and it's been amazing.
Remember when I couldn't find my keys earlier?
Yes. She was holding her keys in a cup, and she goes, "Where are my keys?" And she's freaking out looking in her purse. And I'm like, "They're in your hand." It's great. This is... If we sound awake right now, it's just pure excitement because we are both drained, and especially Alicia.
Pure Baja Blast, keeping me alive.
Thank you, Baja Blast. We are not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Bye, y'all.
Bye.